So on your suggestion, I joined Coinbase, and now I'm looking to branch out into other exchanges. Like you said, they have more coins. I was wondering which ones are the best ones to engage in.
Well, I'll actually tell you first. As a premium user, you don't want to use Coinbase. The reason why is you're gonna miss out on maybe 5 to 10% simply on your fees. As a premium user, and guys, if you're a premium user, please tell this to your friends, because if they can save money, remember Nuviv, one of its ethical fundamentals is that we are increasing awareness and adoption of cryptocurrency. So if you can spread it to your friends, why not? I tell everyone to use Kraken. The reason why is when you're entering cryptocurrency, let's say you've got £500 or maybe £1,000, maybe 2-3 months salary saved up, right? You can't really afford to lose the money.
No.
But if you can afford to lose the money, you don't want to be stupid with the money either, right? So what I tell people is, guys, use Kraken. So let's first set it straight. On our premium classes, we actually explain to you how to set up Kraken and how to utilize it. We don't actually put in any referral fees because we don't want to make money off you. We want to make money with you. Use Kraken, you're going to save a lot of money. And remember one thing when it comes to Kraken, do not ever transfer your money into using GBP, using pound sterling. You only transfer your money in USD, US dollar, and euros. Reason why is your money will get stuck. So remember those two things. So now let's talk about the different exchanges. So my personal favorite exchange is Binance. So what happened was back in 2017 when I first started in cryptocurrency, the best exchange to invest in was Poloniex. Since then it's gone down despite Poloniex being bought out by the Winklevoss brothers. You might remember them from Facebook. Congrats to the guys, actually they're one of the first cryptocurrency billionaires as a result of investing in it straight from 2011. But Poloniex since then has gone down. We don't recommend you to touch Poloniex at all. Next one I could recommend you is Bittrex. Bittrex was very clever back then, and everyone, including myself, was on Bittrex. However, as a result, when you look at exchanges, you want two things. You want security, you do not want to lose your bitcoins. And secondly, you want volatility. You want liquidity within the market, right? So when you invest in a coin, you specifically want there to be liquidity, because when you enter a position, you want someone to purchase it when you sell, right? Because you're using your sell limit. You want someone to purchase with the state that you're selling at. So Bittrex really doesn't have either of those two. The security is a little bit off key, and so I definitely recommend you to stay away from that unless we've specifically, via the Nuviv premium users, we've given you a coin to invest in. Secondly is, I recommend you to use 3 to 4 exchanges. One of them becoming Binance. The reason why Binance is, the guy, he's actually done very well for himself, and Binance has amazing security. Let me explain to you what happened. So someone hacked Binance, or not really hacked Binance, but they backed the API. What that means is they hacked a little bit of the back end of one specific coin, and then they used it to money launder through 2 separate or 3 separate coins, and then they took it out of the exchange. But Binance stopped them from hacking the exchange, and they actually turned a major event into something that was funny, because admin employees on Telegram said the word SAFU. So he kept saying funds are safe. Right? And because he kept typing it so much, he ended up writing funds are SAFU. And now Binance have actually taken 10% of all of their fees and put it into SAFU fund. And what that is, it's like safe Bitcoins fund. And if you actually are hacked, Binance will give you the money back, right? Oh, wow. So it covers your security. Another thing I can highly recommend you is, unless you're day trading, always store your Bitcoins off, or even your alternative currency, on a hardware ledger, right? So we've actually recommended 2 different ones, or one of them is my favorite. It's called a Nano Ledger S, and it's the cheapest one. You get it for £80. So later and later, as you build up your cryptocurrency portfolio, you want to invest in a cold wallet. So a hardware wallet is what's known as a cold wallet. You want to invest in one just in case. If the exchange ever gets hacked, you've got your money separate to them, you're laughing. It's the equivalent of the modern day keeping cash under your sofa or under your bed, right? So money is safer at home where you can see it, as opposed to on an exchange. So Binance actually has some of the best coins out there. What they do is they heavily vet their coins. They provide ample liquidity and ample volatility so that you can make money, or you can just store your Bitcoins on them as well. For example, one of my favorite coins called Quark. What happened is they immediately went from ICO to Binance. And within that, that's a massive feat. But also, as you can see, Binance just simply choose the best coins that are out there.
Yeah.
They don't choose any of these coins where there's, you know, a little bit of code missing. They vet the coins specifically.
Okay.
So whenever we give out our calls, what we do is most of the time it's actually on Binance.
Yeah.
And then moving on to another exchange, it's OKX. More of the calls that we give are on OKX. Simply is OKX and KuCoin, we'll put them in the same category. The reason why is that they're both Korean, they're both Southeast Asian. What that means is that they have the best coin offerings from all of these individual places. So not only do they give you airdrops, most exchanges don't actually allow you access to airdrops, right? When Bitcoin actually forked into two different coins, so Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, most exchanges didn't give you the Bitcoin Cash. And later on, that Bitcoin Cash became $4,000 for each one Bitcoin Cash. So you would have lost out on $4,000. But all of these exchanges that we're listing to now, they actually give you access to your airdrops. So it's nice, you get to keep the money that you actually deserve. OKX and KuCoin, they're all South Korean, Japanese, Chinese coins. And they have the best offerings out there. So sometimes when a new coin comes out, for example, UUU, which is a gaming coin, what they'll do is they'll offer, like, for example, a $2 million challenge, right? You just keep talking about it, you can play a game, and you can eventually be in the challenge to win $2 million. Again, they're really, they have a lot of good interface. For example, between OKX and KuCoin, you can actually margin trade there, so you don't need BitMEX either. So there's a lot of good items within this. And lastly, one of my favorite exchanges is BitMEX. Why? Is because it's part of our 1% challenge, remember, with My Vote to Bitcoins. What that means with this BitMEX is it allows you to loan money. For example, let's say I have one iPhone. What happens is with that one iPhone, I can have 10 iPhones with 10x leverage. So the higher the leverage, so one iPhone, for example, I turn the slider, it becomes 10x. That's 10x leverage, which means they're going to loan me these 10 iPhones, but I just have to put up that one iPhone to get these 10. And as a result of that, with that 10, I can keep trading, and I can eventually get to a better position. But remember, with margin trading, there's a lot of risk involved, and we highly recommend you to either use our premium calls with Nuviv in conjunction with vCrypt, or you actually learn technical analysis, which is also available on our premium videos as well. People, thank you so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed our video, please add a like, and if you have any more questions, add a comment below. And guys, don't forget to subscribe.